Hi guys, Millie Fox here. Just wanted to pop in and talk a little bit about um, the lack of support and the lack of community that new families and new moms face, and what it's really like from the inside, because I've experienced that. My mom lives pretty far away, probably at least about 6 hours by car, and she also isn't in great health. And then my mother-in-law lives about 3 cities over, about a 45-minute drive, and she works upwards of 6 days a week because they own their own business. And she is also busy helping my sister-in-law, who lives 5 minutes away from her and has 2 kids under 5. So obviously she's very busy. So we chose to move back into the downtown core of Toronto because we love it here, and I'm very happy that we did that because I found the suburbs incredibly isolating. We actually lived in the suburbs near my in-laws for about 4 years, and while it was nice to have family around, we chose to give that up in order to be closer to where we work. And also I just feel that there's so much more opportunity for interaction with people of a like mind when you live in a big city. And I am absolutely in love with Toronto. I love the city. I'm so happy that we moved back. So we gave up the family support in order to be in more of a community. So it was kind of a toss-up. We didn't really know what we were giving up or signing up for. I am happy with our decision, because there are so many times when Rosen and I were just home alone that we were able to head out and go to whatever kind of event we might run into, or even like early year centers or parks with so many other people at them, with babies or whatever it might be, even just a coffee shop, just to be around people. Whereas in the suburbs, I felt going for a walk was just not as fulfilling there. You might be the only person walking down the street in the middle of the week, and the coffee shop scene is definitely not as poppin' in the suburbs. But anyways, I've been reflecting on it and how we've come this far. I am incredibly lucky to have had Junior home a lot, because we both run our own businesses, and so he is home a lot of the time, even if he is working from home. But it is nice just to have that support and have an extra set of hands here and there when you need them. But ultimately, what I feel is the way our communities are set up and the way our society is structured now is so individualistic, and it's such a tough battle, because when you do live with family, because we have spent at least a year living all together when we moved out to the suburbs initially, it is so challenging to live with family. But you sacrifice so many things, but you gain so many things as well. And we all love our quiet time, our privacy, our individual bubbles. I personally really love that. I need my quiet time. I need my rest to recharge. But then I wonder, is it really so beneficial? Is it really so important to have that and not have the closeness and not have the support? So how do we get through the first year almost without having support? A lot of baby wearing. We definitely used our baby carriers a lot, which is probably why I started a ring sling line called Junior Foxes, which I'll link below. Baby wearing has been super key, because it's allowed me to still get things done around the house, and it's allowed me to have my hands free, obviously, and just, have some kind of normalcy, especially if you have a fussy baby who doesn't like to be put down. It is really helpful. But it kind of just makes me think, how could this be improved? It makes me wonder ways that it could be improved. I guess as I was approaching, becoming a mother, I thought, I'm sure we'll figure it out. I'm sure people will help more than we might think, or they'll volunteer their time, or they'll just pop by to give a hand. But the truth is, once the initial sort of like newborn stage is over, it doesn't happen. You don't get the help unless you really ask for it, and like, it's not being pushy, but it's really just being straightforward that you need it. And I am a stubborn person, I'm an independent person, and so is my husband, so we haven't asked for help very much at all, because we don't want to feel like a burden to our families, which I see is totally the wrong way to look at it. But who knows, maybe for baby number 2 we will be more open to it. Yeah, I think like mentally I'm doing fine. Obviously there's days where I am exhausted because we're having sleep challenges. We've had lots of sleep challenges. I think I'll make another video about our sleep journey, because it has been one of the major things that I've struggled with. I mean, sure, the baby struggles with it, but I think it's been me more than anything. And then again, I'm the only one who puts him to sleep at night and that. So, there's been a lot of responsibility on me, just solely on me, because I am, and I have been, exclusively breastfeeding up until the time that Rosen did start solids, which was another journey that didn't start out exactly how I thought it would. Of course, in motherhood, there are plenty of those journeys. Just the ones that they end up being might surprise you when you come face to face with them. But basically, I just think that because I'm such an independent person and I've taken on so many responsibilities in my life up until this point, because I did have a lot of responsibility as a child. I grew up very quickly because of our family circumstances, that I was able to handle this. I was able to handle all of this, I guess, pressure, all of these tasks, and all the energy required to give of yourself constantly. But I can see how difficult it would be, or it is, for so many people who don't even have a husband or a partner at home with them. Maybe they're working like till late in the evening and they just see them for a few hours before bed. Like, I just don't know. Does anyone have ideas on how we could try to improve this? Like, everybody said, oh, make sure you get help set up before you have the baby. But how many of you reached out for help before your baby was born? Who helped you? I want to know, like, how did it go? Did you get as much help as you thought you needed? Did you wish you had more? I wish I had more, but at the same time, I also felt pretty uncomfortable with leaving anybody with Rosen. And also there was this big thing about him not taking a bottle, because I tried a million times to get him to take a bottle, but it never happened. And maybe that was because I never left and there was never any necessity for him to have a bottle. But lots of thoughts. I definitely think it's not a great thing the way it's set up right now with all this lack of support. But there's my cue. Little dude is awake from his nap and I gotta go grab him. So leave some comments. I want to have a discussion about this. I want to get talking about it. So I hope to hear what you have to say down below, and come find me on Instagram because I'm there every single day. Bye.